Please check your email. I already sent to you your uh, scores and the answer keys of uh, of your test. Ayun, so again, everyone, good evening. 안녕하세요. This is your Sangsang Nimchel and our discussion for tonight is animal breeding and genetics. Napagpasensyaan nyo na akong magkaiba yung boses. Iba yung boses ko because I'm still trying to heal myself. Recovering myself no from sickness. Okay? So again, mag-ingat ang lahat, no? Especially yung may mga work na mag-ingat po tayong lahat. So again, we are now in animal breeding and genetics and hopefully you are ready for this because this is one of the most difficult topic in the board examination. Not only in the board examination but also during the class, okay, in the live lecture, ganun. So usually animal breeding and genetics is quite ano ba yun, quite dinidiscuss yan, hindi masyadong dinidiscuss talaga ng mga no sa college when we were in college. Unless kung ang magdi-discuss niyan is major ng genetics, yon. Kasi may kilala po ako major ng genetics no professor namin before, he was our botany teacher. And ano tawag diyan, he teaches genetics, no? Ang galing niya pagdating sa genetics, not in animal, but in plant breeding and genetics. Sobrang galing niya talaga. And he actually graduated doctorate last year lang, 2022 if I'm not mistaken. So he ano tawag diyan, ginawa niya yung study niya sa China. Yun, sa iba't ibang lugar, yung target niya is coconut. No, yung ano niya. So, maganda talaga 'pag yung teacher na nagtuturo sa inyo is also major din niya. Pero if there are teacher na kaya naman i-discuss sa inyo or explain sa inyo yung pinaka-basic principles or yung basic principles ng animal breeding and genetics, why not, right? It depends on how the teacher discuss the topic. Okay? Deliver and discuss the topic. So now let's proceed to animal breeding and genetics. And again, I need you to have your notes with you. Let's define it first. Ano nga ba pinagkaiba ng animal breeding at saka animal genetics? Pag sinabing animal genetics, it is a science that studies heredity. Okay? And variation in animals. Yun. Saan ba siya nagmula? Okay? Yung ancestors niya, sino ba yung family line niya, gano'n. So 'pag sinabi nating animal breeding, it means that application of genetic principles in the improvement of livestock and poultry. No, example, let's say, you are going to crossbreed the native one into, um, i-crossbreed niyo from tawag diyan, i-crossbreed niyo from a hybrid one. So you're trying to upgrade, no, upgrade your, that livestock or poultry. Okay? So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng breeding. Okay? It's either crossbreeding, inbreeding, no? So, line breeding ba yan? So, that is what we call animal breeding. Okay? So, himay-himayin natin ito kasi mahirap ito sa exam. So, pag sinabing genetics, animal genetics, ang gene from the word itself is heredity. Okay? Pag animal breed, it means that improvement. Dito talaga yung target niya, improvement of livestock and poultry. Sa anong way pa ba, sa aling way pa ba siya puwedeng gawin para mas ma-improve yung example, egg purposes, meat purposes, yun, mothering ability purposes, may mga gano'n 'yan, okay? So, another definition is that variation and heredity. Variation is the range of possible values for a trait, okay? Pag sinabing range of possible values for a trait, meaning, if this type of, actually yung mga variation, sa both genetics and breeding talaga yan siya ginagamit. Especially if you're, improving or developing, one's, ano tawag dun, developing or improving one's breed. Example, let's say from natives to upgrade to ano, yes, native to crossbreed to upgrade, may gano'ng term. So that is variation. Okay, that is variation. So range siya for possible values of a tree. Hanggang saan lang ba yung kayang ma-improve niya. Okay? So pag sinabi nating heredity, yun, kanino ba siya sa atin pa nagmana, gano'n. So yun, the passing of traits to offspring from its parents or ancestors. Meron 'yan ano, 'di ba nga sa tao ano, gusto ko talaga mag gusto ko talaga magpabuntis sa kanya kasi ang gwapo niya. Gusto ko gano'n din yung anak ko. Meron 'yan, lalo na mga Pinay, 'di ba mahilig yung mga Pinay na ano, na ng mga kano kasi gusto nila magkaanak sila ng, gwapo daw, gano'n. Gwapo tsaka magaganda, matatangos ang ilong. Tama? May mga ganyan, eh. So, that is heredity kasi they are getting, some, let's say, some traits 'no, from, from the parent, okey? 'Pag sinabi nating offspring, it's anak, okey? It's anak. 'Pag ancestors, yung mga parent or, kanuno-nunuan, okey? So, the application of animal genetics, so we have actually 3 of that application. Excuse me. Number 1, qualitative genetics. Okay, qualitative genetics meaning talking about the quality of the genes that you are using in breeding, okay? And also in genetics. Modes of inheritance, okay? Qualitative genetics is the modes of inheritance. Predict progeny phenotypic distribution based on parental genotypes, okay? So, may prediction on the progeny phenotypic. Pag phenotypic, it is talking about the environment characteristic of the environment that applied by an offspring. Okay, example, let's say ganito, yung bata, paglaki niya, makukuha niya yung attitude ng ganitong tao kasi na-expose siya doon. That's phenotypic, okay? Pag sinabi naman natin genotypic, it means that parental genotypic is that, yung attitude niya is nakuha niya galing sa parents niya. So we did that's by blood, okay? Pag phenotypic environmental effect, yung genotypic naman is, by genes or yun, genetic yun or baga, by blood 'no, yun inheritance yun. So that is modes of inheritance, no? Predict progeny, phenotypic distribution based on parental genotypes. So, pini-predict yung progeny. Pag sabing progeny po, yung anak din po yan, progeny or offspring, meron yan sa dalawang ganyan. Ginagamit. Depende yan. Okay? Progeny or offspring ang gamit. Predict progeny or offspring phenotypic distribution based on the parental genotypes. Meaning, qualitative genetics is that if you're going to crossbreed this type of trait to that one trait, no, to that other trait, be sure that the genetic material of that trait is quality. Okay, is quality. So ganun yan. So next we have population genetics. Okay, population genetics, gene and genotypic frequencies. Okay, predict direction and magnitude of changes in a population. So pag sinabing gene and genotypic frequencies, ito na yung tandaan ninyo, word na frequency. Pag sinabi ang word na frequency, it means magnitude. Kung gaano kataas yung range niya, ka-rate, or kadami yung population ng ganong genetic. Example, eto sila, for meat purposes talaga to sila. So, that is population genetics. Okay? So, you are determining this type of trait, no, according to its genetic frequencies. Okay? Makinig kayo mabuti ha kasi mahirap na talaga ulitin yan ni sir. Yun. Then next we have quantitative genetics. Pag quantitative genetics, pag quanti meaning number, or we are talking about the number of genetics. Okay? The number of genetics or gaano kadami yung halos katulad na trait niya. Ganon. So we have assessing genetic merit. Describe traits with statistics to predict next record genetic merit response to selection. So ano meaning yan? Assessing genetic merit. Meaning po, pag sinabing describe traits with statistics, laging tandaan, pag quantity and we are talking about assessing, you are talking about the numbers. That's meaning the statistics. Okay? That means the statistics. So to predict, para ma-predict yung next record. Okay? To predict next record, so that's term, ano ka in term yan? Nakalimutan ka na. It starts with letter P. Ah, pro ano ba yun? Basta meron yan, yung record na ginagamit, record book siya na ginagamit, doon kasi nilalagay yung mga records na yun para malaman yung quantitative genetics niya. Okay? And then we have hindi progeny, hindi din prodigy. Ano yun, sige lang. Madaanan naman natin yan as we go on. So we have also genetic merit and then response to selection. Yan. Ito yung ibig sabihin sa assessing genetic merit, ito yung pinaka-importante, yung response to selection. Yung the trait that you selected for breeding, um, meron bang good yun or positive response no during the breeding session or after or even after parang feedback yung hinahanap mo. Okay? And then the most difficult of the three areas because the effect of individual genes can seldom be seen or measured. Okay? So ito yung quantitative genetics, ito yung pinaka-difficult of the three areas because the effects of the individual genes can seldom be seen or measured. So, paminsan lang or rare lang talaga siya nagaganap yung mga ganitong type ng genetics, yung quantitative. That's why some of the thesis ng mga animal science students, they use qualitative genetics, no, with a mix of quantitative. So as long as they provided the data, no, so maganda yun. Pero usually naman yung nakikita ko talaga every time that naging panel ako of the judge, panel of yung mga panel of the judge tuloy, panelist ako sa thesis ng mga animal science students. Meron niyang ano, even not just only animal science, kahit sinong ano, basta as long as agriculture related yung nagiging panel si Sir minsan, usual talaga nakita ko is qualitative genetics. Kasi, qualitative thesis kasi, ah, aside kasi sa 'pag sinabing thesis kasi there are three types of that, like experimentation, research, more on research talaga. Pero dapat sa research ano, mapakita mo talaga na yung type of thesis na research mo is nagkakaroon talagang data gathering. Data gathering talaga yun. So, madaming, let's say, review literature, yun, RL. So, I mean, that's the term na very important also sa thesis. And then, ano lang din, kokonti lang din yung minsan nakakapasa, yun, during sa panel. I mean, during sa defense, no, during the defense, yun, kokonti lang minsan ang naipapasa ko kasi, ano, yung halos kasi minsan research, hindi mahilig sa experimentation, yun. So, mas gusto ko yung experimentation, especially 'pag feeds and feeding, yun, gusto ko 'yan, yung feeds and feeding. Kasi halos dito sa amin, sa school namin, nagfo-formulate sila ng, feeds, yun, nagfo-formulate sila ng feeds. So, feeds and feeding yun. So, nagfo-formulate sila ng feeds para, ano tawag diyan, mapakita kung aling treatment ba ang pinakamas magandang, gamitin or i-provide, yun. So, or i-supply for the native chicken, gano'n. Or not just native chicken, so mga broiler, mga 45 days or meron pang mas lesser than 45 days, gano'n. Okay, so yun, that is quali, 'no? So mahirap yun. So, aside from that, data gathering, descriptive explanation, yun. Okay? So hopefully hindi kayo malito about sa bagay na 'to, kasi this is very, difficult to understand. And then types of traits, no? Again, we have qualitative and quantitative. And again, 'pag quali, few genes. Kasi nga, 'pag few genes, yun, nagkakaroon ng discrete phenotypes and then little or no effect of the environment. So meaning, 'pag quali, you're only focusing on the genetics or the genotypic. Okay? But still has still meron din po siyang study ng phenotypic. And then we have quantitative naman, many genes, yan. Quantitative many genes measured phenotypes, okay, environmental effect can be larger. Kasi sa quantitative, kaya siya sinabi many genes and measured phenotypes kasi nga, you're talking about the number. If this type of genetics, no, genotypic trait, no, can produce a number or more number, I mean, a higher number of a number or higher number of this trait, so maganda yun. Okay, so that's what we call quantitative, no? Depending on the genes and also measure yung phenotypic niya. Consequences ng quantitative is that can see the effect of a single gene among the many involved. Bakit? Kasi madami sila. They are numbered, no? They are several or like say madami talaga sila as sample, no? So that is why no, hindi makita yung every single gene kung meron bang changes yun. And must separate genotypic effect from environmental effect. So, it depends on the study. Okay? It depends on the study kung saan ka mas nafo-focus pagdating sa quantitative. Okay? So, this one, I want you to memorize. Okay? Di ko alam kung ano, pero I am sure that this one will come out sa board exam. Kasi lagi naman itong lumalabas sa board exam talaga. Okay, so memorize siya in the sense of at least understand the definition itself. Let's say we have this formula P is equals to G plus E, meaning P refers to phenotype. Okay, you're not going to compute that one in the board exam. Tinatanong lang nila kung ano ibig sabihin ng P, ano ibig sabihin ng G and E. Sometimes they're not going to ask for for the meaning of PG. They are going to ask the process. Okay, yung function nito. So, yung function. So again, phenotype, observe expression of a trait. Bakit expression yung minimin sa phenotypic? Kasi it has something to do with the or relationship. It has something to do with environment or has a relationship with the environment. At yung phenotypic. So you are observing the characteristic of this type of trait. Okay? And then we have also the genotype. Genotype, composite of all genes that influence a trait. No? Ibig sabihin, itong type of trait na to, ito, kinuha mo ito from trait na to from that trait, no? From that trait 1 to trait 2. So, ganun. Ano mo talaga, i-observe mo talaga if may pagbabago ba or na-apply ba talaga yung genes na yun. And the environment, all non-genetic factors that influence a trait, that's a factor actually, no, pagdating sa genotype. So, pag environment, it talks about all non-genetic example. Um, if if this type of livestock or poultry is suitable with this type of climate, gano'n ba? So, okay ba siya sa taglamig, tag-init, gano'n. So, that's a factors on the environment. That's actually it has a high relation or relevant to the development or growth of the animal. Okay? So kaya nga nag-iiba 'no, we have the cold-blooded, warm-blooded nga, kaya gano'n. So that's why animals is very important. So they have a relationship also with the environment. Again, huwag kalimutan itong phenotype, genotype, and environment. Magkaiba yung definition nila. Ang phenotypics like you are trying to observe the characteristics of the trait or the expression of the trait. Kung saan ba siya nakuha, gano'n. So, and then genotype naman, yung composite of all the genes that influence the trait, kung nadala ba talaga yung pagiging singer, yun, dancer, galing sa, yun, sa kanununuan. Okay, that's it. So, and then we have environment, like sabihin, all non-genetic material, meaning genetic factors, meaning it depends on the climate or if this one suitable to this weather or climate. Okay, so that's what we call the types of traits. So now let's have first the history of genetics. Actually, madami namang discussion under this topic ng animal breeding and genetics. But tonight we'll have only the history of genetics. Okay, since you already know the definition of the difference between the animal breeding, the animal genetics, variation, inheritance or heredity, and then this one also the types of traits. I want you to at least master that definition or terms so that when we go through the deep discussion on the genetics, no, hindi tayo mahirapan. And again, tonight let's have first the history of genetics for us to familiar and at the same time makilala din natin. Excuse me. Let's meet those as biologists or biologists or mga scientists na nakapag-contribute, no? It has a higher contribution or it has a contribution or contributed to the field of genetics. Okay? So we have Gregor Johann Mendel. Okay, Gregor Johann Mendel is formulated the law of heredity as results of his experiments with the common garden pea. His contributions to genetics have been followed in both plant and animal breeding. And also, Gregor John Mendel is considered as the father of plant breeding and genetics. And also, considered din po siya as father of animal genetics ba yun? Ano ba? Wait lang ha. Check ko muna kung siya ba yung animal genetics na ano. ah dali, dali, dali. Kasi lumabas yun sa board exam din. Kasi nakakalito yan. Magkaiba kasi yung father ng animal breeding. Gregor Johann. Okay. So, again, ayun, nakilala si Gregor Johann Mendel is yun, sabi ko, biologist yan siya, biologist, mathematician pala 'to siya, meteorologist din po siya at the same time. So, nakilala siya because of the basic law of heredity. Yun, nakilala siya dun because he discovered the basic law of heredity, no, and laid the foundation for the science of modern genetics. And kilala din siya as father of genetics. Yun. He is the father of genetics. So it was Gregor Johann Mendel. Okay? And then we have De Vries, Correns, and von Timot. Okay? See De Vries, Correns, and von Timot. So independently rediscovered, okay, independently. Sila yan, tatlo, rediscovered the work of Mendel, which then resulted to the understanding and acceptance of Mendel's work. So, meron talaga yan, right? Example, if, let's say, itong si Mendel, nagbukas siya ng ganitong topic. And then after that, syempre, meron yung ibang tao na magre-research doon sa ni-research lang nauna. No? Kasi baka meron pang improvement or meron pang hindi nakikita yung unang naka-research. Okay? So, ito yung ginawa ni Devers, Correns, and von Schmark. In-improve nila yung research ni Mendel. Okay? Pero it was Mendel who discovered it first. Okay? So we have also William Bateson, according to them, si William po, meron yung Bateson na breed tuloy, breed ng chicken. Bateson ang tinawag because it was made by William Bateson. Yun. So we have studied the inheritance of certain characters of chicken in 1901. So yun na yun yung Bateson si chicken. In 1902, published his work on the inheritance of comb shape, in hens and hornedness and upholdness in cattle. And in 1906, provided the classical definition of genetics as a field of study. So as far as I know, meron yung breed of chicken na Bateson. So it was made by William Bateson. No, yun yung una-unang breed na pinangalan niya sa Bateson, pinangalan niya sa apelyido niya. No, because of the inheritance content niya. Okay? So that is William Bateson. Okay, next we have Galton. Okay? Galton naman introduced statistical methods. Okay? Statistical methods into the study of heredity can be considered as the founder of modern science of biometrics. Kasi yung study kasi ni Galton, it has something to do with quantitative quantitative genetics kasi i tawag dun 'no, gather data, yun, gather data from the different heredity, no, from the different genetic trait. Okay, so that's the work of Galton. Okay, if you want to know more about him, just research sa Google. Okay, so yun. Galton introduced the statistical methods into the study of heredity and can be considered as the founder of modern science of biometrics. By the way, dun sa mga students ko, you have this copyright. I give you the PDF of the animal breeding and genetics. So check it, doon yun sa pages, yun po yung susubaybayan natin. Yan lahat na yan ay pag-aaralan natin. Okay? Animal breeding and genetics, yan lahat sila. So huwag kayong mag-alala, normal lang yan. Okay? So, iyak lang tayo 'pag hindi na kaya, okey? So, lahat ng 'yan ay ating i-studyhan. So, ilang pages ata 'yan? Ilang page 'yan? Ilang page 'yan? Hindi ko alam. Ilang page nga 'yan, 20 plus? 27? 30 plus? Depends on the topic, 'yan. Guys, meron 'yan by topic na nakalagay. Okay, so 'yan ay ating i-di-discuss natin 'yan. Okay, so I want you to have that and study din kayo in advance. And we have Johansen naman, coined the term gene to refer to the particulate factor that Mendel hypothesized as the basic unit of inheritance. Again, the one who said that the basic unit of inheritance is gene tawag doon, was Mendel. It was Mendel. And then the one that coined the term gene is Johansen. And Johansen is also known as the father of plant breeding. Yan, lumabas din sa board exam. Si Johansen, last year, lumabas sa last year na board exam. Johansen is also known as the father of animal breeding. You know, coin term gen refer particulate factor the Mendel hypothesized as the basic unit of inheritance. Again, the basic unit of inheritance was made by Mendel, and that is what we call gene. Okay, coined by by Johansen. But the father of animal breeding is Johansen. Okay. Next, we have T.H. Morgan. Okay, so T.H. Morgan naman is working with the fruit fly. Hindi lang po siya sa coconut, but also meron din po siya sa mango. Yun. So, fruit fly, Drosophila, put forward the linear theory of the gene, explain the crossing over an genetic basis, and produce the first chromosome maps. So, si T.H. Morgan din po, yung study niya aside sa fruit fly Drosophila, ang study din niya ng ano ni T.H. Morgan is ano yung prevention ng fruit fly. Okay, prevention ng fruit fly. Kaya inaral ni T.H. Morgan yung fruit fly Drosophila. 'Di ba 'pag merong ano existing na tawag dun, ah, existing na local pest, gano'n or insect sa lugar natin, ang nangyayari is, yun, tinitignan mo na yung genetic material niya. So, kung ano yung puwedeng ipang-ano, 'di ba, ipang tawag dun, ano puwedeng pang-prevention, yun, kay pantaboy nun. So, that is by T.H. Morgan, okay. Next, we have Bridges. Si Bridges naman is, develop the chromosome theory of sex determination. So, actually, I separated this type of topic also kasi lumalabas ito sa board exam, yung chromosome theory of sex determination or sex chromosome. So, sineparate ko yan siya class. Please check the notes, your notes. Nasa last part yan siya. So, yun ay gawa ni Bridges. So, sinemaris na din ni Sir at the same time. So, para at least maintindihan ninyo na mabuti. Kahit basahin nyo lang yan, yung notes na yan, naiintindihan nyo na. But much better pa rin pag tinuro ni Sir sa inyo. So, this one we will discuss more or expandly doon sa ano na talaga tayo. Sa, sa sex chromosomes, okay? So, yan, si Bridges, dinevelop niya yung chromosome theory of sex determination. If it is a male or female, o ganon. Okay, and then we have Muller naman. Si Muller demonstrated the gene mutations could be artificially induced in X-rays. So, meron tayong gene mutation, migration, gene migration, meron din po tayo niyan. But here in Muller, ang dinemonstrate niya lang during his time of research, no, was the use of X-rays, no, was the use of X-rays na there is a gene mutations. Okay, so ginamitan ng X-rays. Okay, next is we have Darlington, si Darlington, Painter, and Hitz and Viewer. Okay, we have Darlington, Painter, Hitz, and Viewer leading the integration of the cytological school with the classic genetic group. Okay, leading the integration of the cytological school with the classic genetic group. So, in the study of Darlington, Painter, Hitz, and Viewer. So, after nila inaral yung research ni Mendel, Johansen, and those previous biologists or scientists, no, um, ang ginawa ni Darlington, Painter, Hitz, and Viewer, parang ano na siya, ang ginawa niya, nila, parang sharing, yun, ganun ba? Teaching, no, the classic genetic group the classic genetic group. Okay, yung basic principle of genetics so that people will uh, aware, no? So that people will aware about this happening. Okay, so merong integration of the cytological school with the classic genetic group. Okay, so there are actually ilan lang na mga schools. So we have, pagkalam ko lang, we have Harvard, University of America ba yun? Cambridge, they are, yun. So they are under integration of cytological school. Okay, so yun lang pagkakalam ko. So we have also Sir Ronald Fisher naman, developed the biometrical approach to quantitative inheritance and was supported by Sewell Wright, Halto, Mather, and more recently Kimura, Lee, and Kentrope. Again, si Ronald Fisher, ayun, dinevelop niya yung biometrical approach to quantitative inheritance. So, again, quantitative inheritance, it has something to do with the statistical, right? So pag statistical, so ang ginamit niyang approach is biometrical approach. Okay, biometrical. Pag sabing biometrical, it is a life metric approach. Okay, so we do not know what type of methods he used. Pero if you are interested to, you can search on this book. Kasi hindi ko pa man ito nabasa so far. Pero hindi naman ito nalabas sa exam. Okay, si Sir Ronald Fisher. Sinabi ko lang sa inyo para aware kayo. And we have also si Avery and his co-workers. So pag sinabi pong co-workers, meaning po they are working in a laboratory no, for project development. So, yun, binabudgetan niya ng government. So produce the evidence of the role of the nucleic acid DNA as the carrier of genetic information. So actually, we'll be discussing more of this by the next meeting, no, discussing about the deoxyribonucleic acid, no, what are those important parts and at the same time, kung ano yung napoproduce ng DNA and then how this genetic material become so, become imperative to the chromosomes and to the development of animal. Yun. So again, Avery and his workers again produce the evidence no of the role of the nucleic acid. Parang mas inelaborate pa po nila yung function ng DNA no sa carrier of genetic information. Kasi let's say an offspring no is a carrier of genetic information from its parents. So kinuhaan nila ng sample ng nucleic acid DNA sample yung offspring na yon. So doon nakakasa ng evidence na what is the role of that genetic material. Okay? So next we have Watson and Crick. If you can still remember, we have also breed of chicken na Watson ang pangalan. Okay, so that is no made by Watson. Okay, it is actually characterized and genetically uh, experimented by Watson. Yun. So produced their famous model of the molecular structure of DNA and introduced the basic concepts of the genetic code. Here comes si Watson and Crick after yung si coworkers kanina na in-explain nila yung functions nun, si Watson and Crick naman elaborate nila. So, ginamitan nila ng model or called the molecular structure method no, to look what's deeply inside of what's really inside of the DNA. No, that's the time na nakakuha sila ng genetic code. Okay, so meron siyang genetic code. Are you familiar? Meron ba kayo marinig ba kayo manood ng mga sci-fi? And then sa mga sci-fi they are formulating genetic code ng DNA, yung gano'n. So pag fitted siya, pag fit or pair siya, no, that's the time na pwede na siyang gamitin. Yung gano'n ba? So, yun ang ginagawa ni Watson and Crick. Kaya ako mahilig ako sa sci-fi because I am somehow related to that because of this study also. Okay, again, sila ang famous model of the molecular structure of DNA na nag-introduce ng basic concepts of the genetic code. So, may mga code po yan. Okay? So, we have also Robert Bakewell. So, sir, are you going to explain to us about the code? Yes, i-discuss din ni sir yung DNA code, DNA genetic code. Yun, pero hindi lang, simple lang ha, wag lang tayo dun sa pinaka-deep na. Kasi hindi naman lumalabas sa exam yun. Yun yung mga simple lang. Okay? And then, we have also Robert Bakewell, generally considered to be the first great pioneer of animal breeding, laid the foundation for three new breeds of animals, the Shire horse, Longhorn cattle, and Leicester sheep. Hindi ko may, kilala niyo si ano, si Dolly, the sheep. Ano yun siya eh, it's a clone. It's a clone sheep So, maintindihan niyo lang kung ano ibig sabihin ng clone as we go on sa ating animal breeding and genetics, yun. It was Robert Bakewell who made ka-ano, kay Dolly, Dolly the sheep, yun. Kasi si Dolly the sheep is, ah, a clone, basta it's a clone. 'Pag sinabing clone kasi, parang ano siya, um, kumuha lang ng the same characteristics from its parents, parang gano'n and then hindi ko siya basta ma-explain ko lang siya once there's a presentation, yun, maintindihan ko na yung clone. Alam niyo yung ano, yung parang kay Naruto, 'di ba dumadami tas parehas lang ang mukha, parang gano'n ba? Yung clone gano'n. Parang kambal lang ba gano'n. So that's a clone, yun. So yun, ang gawa ni si Robert Bakewell, pioneer siya of animal breeding na nag-laid ng foundation of new breeds of animal shire horse, longhorn cattle. Bakit ko sinabi yung Dolly the clone? Kasi lumabas din sa board exam, who was the first gumawa ng clone. Tapos si Dolly the sheep yon and then sino ang gumawa nun, yun. Lumabas yun sa board exam. And then we have okay, so that could be all for the history. So we stop with Robert Bakewell. So tomorrow we'll have our Mendelian genetics, and hopefully you can join us tomorrow. Again, you can still enter to our class, which is animal science, and we're about to finish this animal breeding genetics as soon as possible, so that we can put this to proceed to another topics of animal science. Kasi you're about like 2 months na tayo. Malapit na tayo sa 2 months pa lang. We finished the physiology, animal, and introduction also for 1 month, and hoping that we can finish some of the topics within this month. Next month pala, sorry. Next month, August. And again, thank you very much everyone. And did you learn a lot for tonight? Ayun, so hopefully na marami kayong na-learn ngayong gabi na 'to and hindi pa siya masyadong heavy. So, you have your notes with you, you can read in advance para tomorrow maintindihan niyo na. Kasi mas maganda or twice or thrice na dinaan niyo 'yan kasi dadaanan ng mata at ng utak ninyo para mas maintindihan ninyo ang definition and function of its terminologies, okay? So, yun lang muna ngayon kasi usually 'pag sa history ng genetics meron yan isa or dalawa ang lumalabas. Okay? So I want you to be familiar on that so that we can proceed to Mendelian genetics. This one is very important because this somehow pumapunta na tayo sa malalim na parte. So we also discuss about the Mendelian genetics when we have our crop science. Di ba? Meron tayo nag-crop science tayo, nag-Mendelian genetics na. Nag-Mendelian tayo, tatlong Mendelian pa nga diniscuss ni Sir sa inyo. And soil science also, nag-Mendelian tayo, tatlo. Here naman sa animal science, meron yan apat. So, explain na ninyo ni Sir sa inyo with a diagram tomorrow. Okay? So thank you very much everyone. And again, good evening. 감사합니다. 안녕해주마세요. 안녕히가세요 everyone. 잘하세요. And thank you for being with me until the end of our presentation and enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.